It's day two of the Farm Progress virtual experience here at Boone, Iowa. Matt Jungmann joining us to talk about what's coming your way today. And, well, I might ask you just to reflect back. We had a good day yesterday, opening day.
A very good day. This is all new for everybody involved. So there's a lot of nerves coming into it, and it's nice to look back on a successful day one. The harvesting that we got to see, the U.S. unveiling of the X9 combine from John Deere, and then all those grain carts and kind of the ability to get a better look than maybe you even can when you're up close and in person, because we had so many different cool angles and camera shots on everything.
We always worry about the weather at showtime and the possibility we could get a heavy rain. The thing I've noticed many years, though, being at this site at Boone, even when you get a significant rain, the drainage system is superb here. It handles it very well. As I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate drainage more and more, it seems.
I could not agree more. And the other thing that I've learned in building these sites, the first one we built was in Decatur, and then Boone, and then we just refurbished the Husker Harvest Day site. They really don't even come into their own until year 4, 5, or 6, and then when you're a decade into them, like we are with the Boone show site, everything gets established and the grass gets established and everything really starts to work right. So you kind of appreciate that, and it it sure beats the old days when in the old days we would destroy the show site before we ever actually got to open the doors for the event. And now it looks great on opening day.
Autonomy. That's
Yes.
becoming more and more in the spotlight in agriculture, and that includes at this show today.
Yeah, that is certainly a highlight. It is the U.S. unveiling of DOT, the autonomous system, and fortunate to have host farmers that work with us. That DOT autonomy platform can hold several different tools. For this event, it's holding a new liter dry material spreader. So we're actually spreading his fertilizer for next year with that autonomous machine. And just like when GPS and auto steer and all those other technologies made their unveiling at the Farm Progress Show is the place where you're going to see these things first as they hit the ground, and it's kind of cool to watch them evolve. It's not mainstream by any means yet, but you can kind of see that coming, where farmers are kind of starting to look at it and think, well, I could actually see that working on my operation.
Is autonomy the kind of thing that won't work for everyone, but for some operators, depending on their situation, where they are, the lay of the land, their labor challenges, will be just the answer for them?
I think it's probably going to be a lot like how auto steer came about. At first it was Star Wars and it was science fiction and it was crazy, and only the guys right on the bleeding edge were doing it. And then slowly it became more and more commonplace, and now I think there's a lot of 65-year-old farmers out there that would depend on it, and if it went down, it would be like any other thing going down, and you're just not going to run it until that's back up and running. I think autonomy will adapt that way. I think it can apply to every acre there is, but it's just how quickly it gets adopted by the farmers.
Let's talk about some of the interesting sessions taking place here, day two of the show.
Yeah, it's great to have the field demo content and the exhibitor side of things, but then also utilize our editorial staff to create some great content. We have Holly Spangler is talking about cultivating master farmers, so she really owns the Master Farmer Project and talking about how that develops.
That operates in several states, does it not? Paying tribute to farmers who aren't just farmers, but community leaders who've given so much in the communities where they operate. And they've touched a lot of younger operators.
Yeah, there's not a Hall of Fame for farmers. There's not a Cooperstown for farmers, but this is kind of like that. To be a master farmer in Illinois with Holly, or in Indiana with Tom, or any other places we do these programs, it's a really great way to honor these farmers that do a lot more than just farm, as you mentioned, for their communities. In addition to the master farmers, we're going to have a soil health segment, and then also Mindy is doing a piece on alternative crops. So plenty of great content to help fill the day. It's going to be another action-packed day just like yesterday.
We appreciate the preview, sir. Thank you so much. We look forward to everything that's coming our way.
Very good. Thank you, Max.
Matt Jungmann here, giving you a little bit of a peek at day two of the Farm Progress virtual experience. Welcome to day two of the Farm Progress virtual experience here at the opening ceremony, brought to you by the folks at Wyffels Hybrids. We don't have a big formal ceremony this year, Jill Loehr, but it's great to have you with us to talk about the company and something interesting that you folks have going on.
Yeah, we're happy to be here. It is interesting. Normally we have the big opening ceremonies. This would have been, I believe, our fourth year of doing that with Farm Progress Show. So
Talk
yeah,
a bit about that. What is going on over those 3 years?
No pomp and circumstance this year. You know, we had Iowa State play when we were here the last time, and last year down at Decatur, we brought in an honor guard to help us raise the flag every day, and we had the national anthem played. So little less pomp and circumstance here this morning, but we're still excited to be here.
The honor guard, the national anthem, it reminds me, of course, that there's no fear of flying the flag on the rural routes of America. We have a lot of folks very proud of our country and very supportive of our troops, as is Wyffels Hybrids. Talk a bit about the program that you've had going. Well, it's only a year old now, I think,
It's
isn't
a
it?
year old, absolutely. That was part of our launch last year. We launched Serving Those Who Serve, an initiative that benefits Homes for Our Troops. Homes for Our Troops is a nonprofit organization that builds specially adapted homes for severely injured post 9/11 veterans to help them rebuild their lives. It's a great organization. Their whole goal is to help the veterans get back on their feet and make life simple for them, so they don't have to worry about how they're going to cook meals for their kids or how they're going to get up the stairs. It really gives them back their independence, so they can focus on their families and their communities, which is a really huge part of what Wyffels is as a family-owned organization. So for us, the Homes for Our Troops organization really dovetailed nicely with our core values, and it's been a great experience. We've had a great first year.
We should not forget those folks, by all means. They've paid a mighty price serving us
Absolutely.
overseas.
Absolutely. It's been wonderful to get to know them. We support the builds here in the Central Corn Belt, so we're supporting Bobby McCardle's build up in Wisconsin, Dominic Fernandez's build up in Minnesota. And then this next year, we added a build for part of our year 2. We're so excited to have another build by Nate Shoemaker and his family. It's a special build for several reasons, and the biggest is that it's Homes for Our Troops' 300th home build. So they're really blowing this home build up, and the opening ceremony and volunteer day are going to be on September 11th, so up here in a few weeks.
Wow. Where's that to be?
Down in Missouri, just right outside of St. Louis, yep.
These homes are outfitted specifically for the individual, right?
Absolutely.
And they have some choice in helping design?
They have some choice in design. It depends on what they need as far as assistance. But yes, the home builders work to custom build the house for that particular veteran and his family.
And farmers through Wyffels Hybrids are supporting it with purchases.
Yes. So in our first year, we had a Serving Those Who Serve hybrid 5086 rib. So the proceeds from $2 from every bag that was planted for 5086 rib went to Serving Those Who Serve and ultimately Serving Those Homes for Our Troops. And then we sold merchandise, hats and t-shirts. And then our seed representatives and our district sales managers found different ways to support it, from wrapping a race car and taking donations that way to just raising funds locally in different ways. So we are more than proud to give Homes for Our Troops over $67,000 in our launch year.
Oh, outstanding. Farmers themselves took some pride in supporting this with you, didn't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. It was great to go throughout the countryside and see the hats and the caps, and now you're seeing field signs and everything else. And 5086 rib is a fantastic hybrid for our launch year, and now going into year 2, now farmers can pick from 2 hybrids, W4246 rib and 6906 rib will both be Serving Those Who Serve hybrids for 2021. So more than one way to support Serving Those Who Serve next year.
And the growers, of course, will be making those choices in the weeks ahead rather soon.
A lot of them are making them right now. Early order season is right now, so if they want to participate in Serving Those Who Serve or want to know more about those hybrids, they should reach out to their local Wyffels representative.
Repeat those 2 numbers again.
4246 rib and 6906 rib.
Very good. Anything else we should know about it?
Any other questions or folks want to know more about Serving Those Who Serve or Wyffels, check out our website, wyffels.com/STWS. And then also follow us on Twitter and Facebook and all the social media platforms. We'll be sharing the key ceremonies and the launch parties for the upcoming home builds in September.
Oh, excellent. Personally, you enjoy that. I can tell.
I do.
It shows on your face.
Absolutely. My dad's a veteran. My brother served. My uncle served. My grandfather served. So military is, and supporting veterans is a cause that's near and dear to my heart. Absolutely.
I can tell. Thank you, Jill, for sharing the story with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Jill Loehr, Communications Manager for Wyffels Hybrids.